Okay. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera on. One second, one second. I'm moving stuff around. As you might have guessed, I did not spend enough time preparing. Who could have imagined? Me? There we go. Got the music playing. Let's see. I'm gonna just put a new file for now. I don't know what to make it. Maybe just like this. Alright, so... Oh, let me turn the camera on before I go on. Get in. So you're not just staring at nothing. Turn the camera on so you're not staring at my cookies. No one needs to see that. Mine. Off, on. There we are. Hello, I'm back. My dog. Okay. So, today, the plan is for me to try out some exercises that I wrote down. I think just like 4. And in reality, I think like 2 of them are like actual exercises or like techniques that I haven't really done before. And then like 2 of them are just like kind of just ideas that I've been having. We'll see if I can finish 4 drawings in a single sitting. They're not gonna be like really clean drawings. They're really just like exercises, like just me drawing for the sake of drawing. But I'm gonna take off my shoes and maybe eat. This is gonna be a mukbang stream. I usually skip dinner and then like wait until like way after my stream to actually eat my dinner. But I decided today I wouldn't wait. I don't think there's really that much of an issue of me eating on stream. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna stab me or yell at me for not, being the little monkey. What's it called? Like, performance monkey. And also, these I don't have sketched out at all. So this is really gonna be like stream of consciousness art. So we'll see if it turns out any good. But first, let me get some. Ooh, I just got my new crowns in, and wow, that was a weird feeling. Let me turn on the light so you can get 4K 20-year-old eating 24-year-old. I was trying to say like young, early 20, but I skipped the early part. So it made me sound like I was claiming to be a 20-year-old. I'm not that young anymore. I feel old already. I don't like it. Since I was like in middle school, I didn't want to grow up. Like I became very aware, like, oh, this is awesome. Like, I don't have to work. I don't have to pay for anything. Why would I want to grow up? That sounds lame. And some would say I still haven't grown up. Oh. God, that one hurt. Hello? What's that? Am I waiting on it? Oh. Wow, eating with that tooth is so hard. So weird. Sucks because it's one of my molars, so I need. Oh, sorry. I just got a package and I have no idea what it is. I don't remember ordering anything. Or at least nothing that's supposed to be here yet. Oh! about darn time this thing came in. Yeah. I'll show you in just. There we go. Eight. In Search of Dark. It's a horror documentary series. That's like a Kickstarter, Indiegogo thing. I don't remember which one it is. It might be just their own website now. But yeah, it is a documentary about horror movies from the, I guess it's like 70s through 90s. I think it's more on the like 80s through 90s than anything, but I think they do make mentions of some of those like early starters, because I mean, you can't talk about like the history of like horror without like at least making mention of some of the earlier stuff. And I mean, some of the movies from the that are like huge in the 80s had their starts in the 70s. No, hold on. Now that I think about it, I think I remember specifically Halloween barely makes it into the 70s at like 78. And then because like the Halloween movies continue to be popular from then on, you know, it's technically a 70s movie, but you know, most of the people imagine it from the 80s. I don't know. So it's like, and I got a pin. That's dope. Yeah, some Kickstarters is because this was one of those Kickstarters that like happened right around the pandemic. So I think like a lot of stuff that I ordered around that time got like delayed by like years. It was really frustrating. It's not just this documentary; it's also like a few comics that I supported, like on Indiegogo or in Kickstarter. Some of them didn't come out until literally years after. But yeah. This is very good, but I'm in a lot of pain. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to stick to the other side because this food is very hard. I think it's still just me eating, so. Oh, and sorry for not being here last week. I ended up not having any of these exercises written down. I had the exact same plan where I was going to have these exercises written down for me to start working on them. But it was just like, it was right after I finished Spirit the week after. So I had a piece done and I didn't really need to start working immediately right back into the next one. And then I also didn't have any of the information ready. Yeah, there was just a couple things. It was just, I think that might have also been when they put the temporary crowns in, so I had to wake up really late. So it was like 5 when I got up. And, you know, I was really disappointed because I wanted to go hang out at the coffee shop because I really like doing that for like a few hours. So yeah, it was just one of those days where like nothing was working out. I might have another one of those because the next crown that I need to do is going to be in like April. So that's probably going to be coming up. So yeah, I was trying to let you guys know ahead of time. Sorry, it's just huge chunks of meat that are really hard to chew through. But it's delicious. I'm almost done. I'm not trying to rush this though. Yeah. That's all that's going on right now. I've also got a pretty decent idea of what I want to do for the next stream. So once I get done with this series, I'll be working on that. I don't think this one's gonna extend on this 2 days. If I don't finish it, then it's fine. They're just like little things I want to try out. Like a little study session, basically. So I might not even do a time lapse for this one, but we'll see. For anyone curious, it is rice, beef, and potatoes. It is a beef curry. I think it's like golden curry. If anybody has like that at their supermarket, but yeah, it's pretty delicious. Just wish it wasn't so tough. The flavor is great though. Okay. All right, finished. Sorry for that, but I just really wanted to finish a meal and didn't feel like, just waiting till hours from now for meeting dinner. Normally I can do that just fine. Like it doesn't actually bother me. It's just more of a like I didn't want my mom to have to look at the food getting cold and all that. Because I think she does try to get it finished on time, but it's just, sometimes it can't be done. All right. Complete. No more eating, no more chewing sounds. We're gonna be good. Trying to move around. It's the art pin. Let me take like 2 seconds to mess with the camera. Not that anybody needs to see my face, but I can be a little superficial. Contrast up. Exposure up. Brighten it down. let's white balance, tweak that. Saturation, let me Here we go. I actually had it desaturated that time. Because everything was a little too All right, all right, all right. I think that's good as far as the camera. I look as good as I'm gonna get. All right. I'm gonna have meat stuck in my teeth all the stream. Let me pull out the little note. No sketches, just notes. Okay. All right. So the first one is, we're gonna call it. I don't actually know what to call it. We can call it contrast, I guess, because that's kind of the main focus. But basically, I want to do a piece where a lot of the main subject gets bright enough that it's almost like a pure white. So this is a color technique that I've been seeing people do, where the contrast, or not the contrast, the lighting is so strong that like the skin is literally just like blank canvas wherever it's hitting light, and then you get more like the natural colors of the figure. You know, the reds and the, I guess, yellowish orangish colors. Those come out more in the shading. So let's see if I can do one real quick. First, I'm just gonna do like a very quick rough because I want to, you know, leave time to move on to the other exercise. So what am I thinking? For this, we can do more of just like a face. So let's just do that. It's like a very... Why am I using a chalk brush? Hold on. I forgot how sketching works. To use like a 20 brush. All right. This is a circle, I promise. You can't tell. This is very tiny canvas. Hold on. I always have to do this where I forget that like the entire canvas is the option and I don't have to make it tiny. Bigger. Let's go like right there. That's enough to be like the focus of the subject. Bye. Let's do kind of like strong guy, like a late 20s stronger dude. I think I do too much of the opposite. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Oh. Oh, this makes me so upset. I mean, we're still in the sketching phase, so it could be worse, but God, that's upsetting. So like heartbreaking. So one of those like little things that I've learned about anatomy a little bit more is that one of the reasons why you usually start with a giant ball, I've explained this before, but I skipped that step of doing like the ball with like the circle, is that it helps you figure out like where the back of the neck is start. It helps you like kind of figure out the form. So this is like usually how they tell you to do it, where it's a circle, then they do like a little triangle cone for the face. And it kind of helps you figure, the reason why like that's kind of important is that it helps you figure out the neck as well, and it kind of leads into like other muscles. And then you know, like it's also like, it's because almond shape like I do isn't actually like it's not a very good thing to explain to people. Like you should like know like what the shape looks like in different at different angles. So like if I just tell you an almond, you know, like it's gonna look like this from the side, and then like from the front it's gonna look like this, because you know, this is what an almond looks like. But yeah, the only reason why I usually skip that step is just because like I've done done like the head drawings enough that I know I have like a 3D model of that like basic face shape in my head. And then I can just like tweak it around depending on like what kind of like face I want, like somebody with a wider face or somebody with like a younger face. Whoa, jeez. Oh man, I never know how to kick people from this thing. I have to go into Streamlabs to do it. Is that mod? What is that? Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind trying to get this to work. Sorry, just a second. I need to kick the thing. Yep, I know. Okay, got it. Thank you, Twitch. I don't need a notification. There we go. I click on the name. That's how I do it. Okay, I keep forgetting how to actually do it because like I don't have to ban people that often. Unrecognized command. Doc. You don't know how to ban? Okay, whatever. All right. At least I got rid of the message, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that on the stream. Yeah, okay, that's appeared on the screen. I lost my train of thought. So I have just gotten back in the past 2 days from a trip to Charlotte. I was at a Magic Con. Now, I am not actually a fan of Magic. Card games aren't super cool to me. I don't usually like card games. Something about them are just too strategic, and specifically deck building I don't really like. I think there's a pretty fun one for like Cryptozoic. They do like a deck building game that's a little different. But generally I don't like deck building or anything with like cards. I mean like blackjack. Blackjack is pretty fun. Go Fish is, you know, okay as a time waster. But stuff like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, Pokemon. I never really knew how to play Pokemon to begin with, so I don't even, like in my head I don't even consider it like a card game. I consider it more just like a trading card thing. Sorry, I'm not even like finishing my thought. But yeah, I just got back from a trip over to Charlotte for MagicCon. I decided it would just be fun to get out of the house. It was my brothers that mainly wanted to play the game, so whenever they would play games, I just like sat at a bench and just like chilled for a while. And by a while, I mean like a couple hours. Especially the first night. The first night I didn't really know what to do, so I just kind of like stayed there the whole time they were there. But afterwards, or the second day, I ended up getting a tattoo. Show you. Does that show up on camera? Yeah, okay. So, it's my first tattoo. I've never gotten a tattoo before, and it was pretty cool. Oh. Nope, that's the exact up. Yeah, I've I've always wanted like a tattoo generally in my head because I've been a fan of like, you know, tattoo artists, tattoo art as a whole, people with tattoos, all that stuff. But you know, I'm one of those classic guys that like always talks about it but never actually, you know, thinks about what to do about it, which is kind of ironic because, you know, like I always complain that like people who ask me to draw for them never have an idea what they want me to draw. They just say like, oh, you should do something for me, and I'm like, okay, what would you like? And they're just like, I'll think about it. And I'm just like, cool. That's, you know, I can't really do anything with it with that. So I guess I'll just wait to see if you change your mind. And they usually don't. Usually people come back with like nothing, or they never really bring it up again. Because they don't really generally have like that idea of what they want in their head. Like that's not something that just rolls around in the back of their head usually. So I decided to finally get something, and this trip felt like a good time to do it. Like, you know, I wasn't really doing anything else in Charlotte. I know Charlotte has like a bunch of good tattoo artists, so I just popped in for this little thing. It's from BioShock, because BioShock is one of those games that I played very early on, and just like, you know, it really hit me hard as a kid as far as like inspiration for visuals, writing. It was great. I really like BioShock. I mean, I feel like I don't need to explain it to the people who play the game. Like, BioShock is just one of the greatest games of all time, and like still one of my favorite games of all time. Even like BioShock clones, where it's like games that are played very similarly to BioShock, I still really love. Like cheap knockoff BioShock, so even those are like really good. Sorry. To make his jaw a little bit more wide. You can give him like a really tight haircut. Maybe like a little scar. Yeah, people's are always hard to get exactly right, because you have a little bit of wiggle room with the irises where they can be a little off even, but the pupils really gotta land on exactly where you're going for. So if you want somebody staring at you, you really gotta make sure that they're like completely in sync, and they're not exactly in sync, so they're kind of like, well, because, you know, like obviously there's offset by like 2-3 inches. I don't know how far the distance is between eyes. They have to like meet up at the same spot, so it's almost like a perspective drawing. So imagining like invisible lines just going straight from each eye, so they'll come together just slightly. So like, you know, one eye will be a little bit this way, and then one eye will be a little bit that way. If you do it too far, they look cross-eyed, but if you do it just, you know, you got to get that balance. Eyes are fun. Ooh. What just happened? Oh, I'm an eraser. Okay. What should I give him? Yeah, let me make it smaller. Try not to get too bogged down in details, but you know, I can't help myself. Okay, that's enough scarring. I don't want him to look like a zombie. This is a fun muscle. The one that goes like behind the neck. This is probably like a really long name for it, but I kind of just get like a sense of like, I have like a memory of where muscles are, how they look, in the way that they're shaped, but not names at all. Like I don't know any of the names. I mean, like general names like trapezes, which is like the entire like shoulder to neck section. I'm gonna give him a suit. Everybody looks good in this suit. Men, women, NBs, everybody looks good. We really have peaked as a society. Just everybody wears suit, we look good. I'm just giving it a little bit of a depth, you know, giving it some fold. Obviously collars don't have like too much of a fold because, you know, like they're specifically pressed to be really, really stiff. Because I guess like people just hate being comfortable. That's, you know, that's a tale as old as time. You know, like a fashion not really caring about whether or not the person who's wearing it is comfortable. Then the jacket, the blazer goes over the collar, just maybe a little bit of like sharpness to the shoulders. It's just a blazer. There's not gonna be any lapels. Just to keep things simple on my end, because then you have to start thinking about like the angle at which you're looking at the lapels and how they kind of like fold over. It's too much for now. Probably eye at his other ear too, but let me get a piece of chocolate. I like the look, and I like the way it looks when it's a bit more simple, without the cheekbones drawn on. God, that tooth is not happy with me. You got pretty big ears. That's okay though. No. I was gonna give him big hoop earrings, but I was like, no. Let's chill. This little stud. How bushy should I make? That's interesting, but I definitely don't want to go that far. Because I actually don't hate how that looks. Like, they're definitely like bushy, where it's like, oh my god, that guy has really bushy eyebrows. Like, you know, it's noticeably bushy, but it's also not necessarily a bad. Oh yeah, Adam's apple. Okay. I'm gonna put another layer on top of that. Fade this out just a bit. What should we do this with? Should I do this with the ball pen? Let's try it. See if we get like a little scratchiness to it. I really like this pen, but I never have a reason to use it. Half of the stream is just gonna be me eating. But I can't resist this piece of chocolate looking back at me. I should probably make this brush bigger. I'm gonna try to refine like the jawline a bit. Make sure it like feels right. Because it kind of feels like it doesn't push out at all. And you don't have to have like a super hyper Chad jaw, but at least should like pop out a little bit, unless you're intentionally drawing somebody with more of like a schlumped little jaw chin line. Which I mean can be like a sign of like, you know, their teeth aren't even like set right. I don't know why that made everything easier. Doing those two little dots on the edge of the lips. I mainly do that actually because it's like they're like actually separate parts. Like oh, my tattoo just got itchy, which I know I'm not supposed to itch because that just ruins the tattoo. But I'm trying to figure out how I want to say this. So whenever you do like the line for the lip, there is actually like a little pocket where it's a little deeper and you can see like a little circle. So it's not just to like make the connecting the two dots a little easier. It's actually because it makes the mouth look a little bit more accurate. Because there's those little pockets. I don't know what I call them other than little pockets. A little bit of eyelash, not too much. Dark little pupils. I'll do like the little white dots later. For now, we're just gonna keep his eyes flat. I'm gonna make the brush a little. I'm making it bigger. That was the exact opposite of what I'm doing. I like the little drug out, or the little lined look is what's coming to mind, but I know that's a very dumb way to say it, but it's like very sketchy look to the eyes. Something about that, like it adds like a weight, a sleepiness. It adds like a roughness to it that feels very real to me. Or not real, actually, the opposite. It looks very stylized, and I like that aspect to it. His eyelash is probably a little too long on the bottom, but I kind of like it, so we'll see how. Oh, hold on. I just realized that the thing on the bottom probably doesn't. Oh, it still says starting a new piece. Oops, I never fixed it from all of the Feared streams. Oops. The ticker on the bottom that tells you what I'm working on. It looks like I haven't even touched it in the past few weeks, past few streams even, which actually works out because it kind of fits this a little better. I won't have to fix it for next one either because I will be starting a new one. So the next one is going to kind of be related to this one. It's not exactly the plan, but I think I'm going to do like a hitman at the top of her looking over a city. And I think that'd be like something fun to do, like a very moody city. I'm going to try to keep him the focus because, you know, like I always struggle with making the characters too small and then getting frustrated that I can't add any details to the character. So I'll see if I can make sure that I have like, you know, one of those setups where the character is like there's enough of the background to have fun with the background, enough of the character to really get some details in, but also not making his head so huge because of the weird perspective that I'm probably gonna have to do. Because the last one did accidentally have too much big head, and I don't hate it. Like I'm still really happy with that piece. But like it feels like a bad habit that I need to get worked out of my system. Like accidentally making people with just bobbleheads. Yeah, just somebody glowering over a city. Probably gonna be wearing a suit, maybe gloves. I think I want to do gloves. I think that like look of like pulling on those like surgical gloves when you're about to do some dirty. You're about to do some dirty work. Something about that's like a really nice mood. Like it's just like it's a what's the word? Evocative movement to me. I'm messing with the wrong. Yeah, hold on. And then we can do all the little scratch. We're definitely gonna have to morph that. Yeah, somewhere right there. Okay, I think we should mess with that. Mess with it while we're still in this stage. He's not too off. Like he's not too weird looking. Go to digital. Let's get the move rush. I think liquefy would also work, but this feels like an easier way to do it. So let's see what feels off. I feel like this entire jaw still isn't like broad enough. Now I'm breathing heavy. Okay. I think that's all I need to do. Just a little bit of moving things around. Which way was it? This way. I forgot which way was the way I started. Sorry, I'm mixing up my hotkeys. Oh, let me see about it. Not get too focused. I don't like how bold that line is. Oh, whoa, is my brush? Oh, okay, never mind. It was the right size. Let's like make it an 8. I just said I wasn't gonna zoom, but we're gonna zoom. Just to get the hair feeling right. Oh, hold on. Let me show this off. I have hotkeyed a rotation. So now I can actually spin the canvas a little bit smoother. Or easier. Okay. How's this looking? Some of this boldness. I'm just gonna put some lines to kind of give like a impression of where the hair is going. Okay, please. I'm gonna redo this hair actually. This little chunk of hair. Give it a little bit more curve to it. Oh, I'm forgetting my hotkeys again. Sorry, I'm losing it a bit. Okay. I think that might be good as far as like how detailed I want it to be. Highlight. Okay. And I need to stop scarring him up. Nope. Come on. Why does this not feel right? Okay. Sorry. I'm getting too distracted. All right. Gonna go back up to 12 and get the rest of the eyeliner finished. I'm gonna add this on a new layer. I kind of want to block in this chin with just like a heavy shadow. Got a little brush there. Nah, I'm gonna delete that. All right. Ooh, that hurt. Does this have caffeine? No, come on. Why did they have to make it so light? I can barely read this freaking can. There. No. Just carbonated water. Okay. You. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we can keep that off now. Also, what was I just thinking about? Oh, I just lost. Oh, now I found it. I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna make this an erase. I'm gonna make these big little people. Also gonna need to group these so then it doesn't erase everything. And group that one. All in the line art family. All right. Second thought, they're a little too. All right. So let's see. For a palette, what do we think? Oh, we're basically done with the line art. So again, let me refocus and remember what I even was doing here. Okay. So this is gonna be the something with really bright light in an area part of skin. So let me try this. I'm gonna do just a bright red. Let's just see how that goes first. Not too bright because I don't want to like blind people, but like a red. Maybe a little dimmer. It's like a touch dimmer. So let's try this. I'm gonna see if I can make a quick color mask. Which one is that? This one? No, this one. Okay. I'm gonna grab the gray 50%. Oh, sorry. Forgot I have to click it and then do that. Oh, actually, hold on. Make sure to do it on the line art. Okay. All right. I think there. Oops. I forgot to do the edges. Hold on, I gotta remember where it was. I think this is basically where it was before it was finished. And let's just use this color as the group, the like, not the area, not the color is what I'm trying to say. I think it's like the transparent color is what it's called. See if I can help with the gaps. Make sure it's dipping in where it needs to dip in. Hopefully it doesn't confuse it too much. Okay, now we should be good. I'm gonna convert it to a paint layer. There we go. And then we can fix it from here. And this one I think is pretty obviously gonna be rough because I used a really like textured pen, so it's like having trouble with all the like little gaps that it makes on its own. So we're just gonna have to clean it up. I'm gonna take these two brushes. Nope, that's not the color. What? Isn't this supposed to be a multiply? Great. Oh, I think I know why. Make this a multiply. You get out of the line art group. You make you a normal. There you go. Now they should all be affecting everything the same. So I'm doing this in gray for a specific reason. One of the like I watched a bunch of like art tutorial videos or somebody breaking down like other artists and their like specific techniques. And one of the things I saw like just mentioned like very briefly was a stage where they had everything in gray and then they would decide the darks and the lights in the same layer before they would add everything up. I'll add all the colors on top. So I'm gonna see if I can, if like doing it that way makes any big difference or if it feels better when it comes to like filling things out how I want. Okay. I like that coloring mask thing. Really fills things out quickly. All right. So from here, I'm gonna make a new group. That is the base layer. So everything is just gonna be painted on top of that. So let's start with very simple. Let's add the white area. So this technique, what I specifically want to do is make sure I try to do something where the place where the light is hitting the hardest is going to be where is going to be pure white on the skin. So we'll see if I can do that. So first I have to decide where I want where the light come from. That's also something I'm gonna block in this layer. Some probably from above or maybe like here. Ooh, okay, hold on. I think it's gonna be more interesting from here. The nose is gonna catch it. Get that little remembrance triangle where it touches the cheek a bit. Yeah. Upper lip. Under the chin. Bottom lip gonna catch any? Like there. Underneath the eyelid. Or I guess the underneath of the brow ridge. I think this shoulder completely catches the light, as does that collar. And this is where it starts to get a little bit more to the side. Might need to fix the people. We'll see. Hold on, wait a second. Something about this feels very wrong. Hang on a second. Something about his face is looking really off to me. I can't really put my finger on it. I think his jaw might just be pushing away from him too much. Or pushing downwards too much. Hold on. I should have done this earlier in stage. Man. Ah, crap. Alright. We're just gonna have to fix it. I'm gonna turn off the red light. Ooh, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna put you on. That way I'm not like blinded. A little lighter actually. Like that. Because then I start to not be able to see the light itself. The line art itself. I'm forgetting words. Brain's a little slow right now. Yeah. I'm gonna make a duplicate just to make sure I'm not. I can go back. Is it the jaw that feels wrong? not trying to copy anybody's art style, but for some reason I'm just not. I don't know what's feeling so off about my drawing right now. It might just be me. Yeah. What is the difference here? What's changing? Hang on. Let me do it like this. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get it to look exactly right. I can tell it looks better like this, but I'm not exactly sure what I even changed. I mean, which is weird because like I did it. I think it's like the position of the mouth. I think that's making it look a little like I lifted it and like pulled it back a bit. I think that helped him look a little bit less like the mouth was all the way at the end. I'm gonna trace over this so I can keep the lines a little sharper. Also made the back of the head a little bit more round. Yeah. Okay. Use get pencil, bip, pen. I mean, jeez. What? Oh my goodness. Please have the right brushes ready. Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely taking way too much time on this one. And it's only the first one out of 4. Next ones will be a lot, take a lot less time though. I promise. And I definitely won't break that promise immediately. Me? No. I'm consistent. Do I still have chocolate? Okay. That was a super quick fix, right? Yeah. I think all I did was I curved the chin a little bit more upwards, unintentionally. I think that really helped. Oh, I think the eyes aren't completely perfect. So another way I can do this is just cutting it out. Go. Why can't I see it at all? Okay. It's not letting me take it out. What if I make it a normal and then cut it out? Okay, that worked. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. I guess if it's an erase layer, I can't. I don't know. Whatever. Let me out quick. I think this the other eye is leaning more toward the other, maybe a little bit more higher. Feels a little bit like that. Yeah, I think now they're looking in the right direction, but that's not what I want at all. So I think I need to move this one over center. Why is this so hard? Okay. I almost lost my mind staring at his eyes. I think we're as close as possible now. All right. Now we just gotta fix everything else. No, I'll do. Should be the only parts that changed. Oh. What the? It's supposed to be in race. There we go. That should be pretty much everything. Oop. Don't act like I didn't see you. Oh my goodness. How did I tilt the screen? Yeah, there we go. Okay, back to where I was. Why is the key stuck? That was weird. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to figure out where his nostril is bugging me. Sorry, I'm drawing out like the anatomy of the nose a little bit way more detailed. I was about to say a little bit more, but that's very detailed. Nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. Not that. There we go. Just like dancing around in my chair right now. Sorry for the popping. Okay, so that's the latest lights. Glad I finally got that worked out. Only took about 100 hours. Oh god, we actually are almost like an hold on. No, okay, so 6:30, 7:30. So yeah, we are like an hour and a half in. Ooh, I might only get 2 done. That's not good. So this is gonna be the darkest darks. Make this multiply. So we can combine this actually. I'll think about it in the back of my head. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to pick the exact opposite color, but I keep messing it up. So directly across would be like right here. Make it darker. There we go. Now we have like the opposite color. This is definitely going to be multiplied since it's a shadow. Oh, I'm kind of seeing it now. So what I'm trying with this shadow is that I'm using a contrast color. That's like the exact opposite of the main color, which is going to be the red. So everything will be basically working through this green all the way to the bright red. And I think this is like gonna work. What is this? Why is it now suddenly a different color? It's because it's a multiply and I chose the wrong color. There we go. I'm on the wrong layer. Still like that. Oh, and as far as I was saying, as far with the contrasting colors, so this bright red, the opposite of the red on the color wheel is a green. But since this it wasn't exactly a green, it was a red with a little bit closer to the purple side. The exact opposite would be like a green with just like the slightest hint of blue in it. Just a little tinge of blue, just a little, not too much. So now I'm gonna be working everything in. Getting something bounce light on. And I think from here I might be able to do it with a gradient map, so we'll see. Oh, hold on, my brain just completely went offline for a second. I didn't know what I was just doing. There we go, I think that's working. I'm gonna scream, the brushes aren't where they're supposed to be. I keep selecting the wrong brushes. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I just noticed one other spot. All right, let's see. Let's see. Oh, good. Jeez. Oh, okay. Let me see. Ignore me for a second in the background. I'm trying to look up something to make sure I did what I was going for right.
In this video,
It's too late to fix that, but it's not too bad. All right. So let's try gradient mapping this real quick. Actually, hold on, before I do that. Okay. Okay. So now let's try to separate the sections. This one shouldn't be too hard because mostly it's just, I think it's just going to be like a black and, flesh tone. So let's try doing that. So let's give for like a base black tone. Go for this color. And turn off the D2 real quick. Also, this should be above. Oh yeah, his tie. Let me do that too. Just all the things that are the same color are just gonna be in the same layer. I might do something kind of funky. We'll see. All right. So let's see that with the things up top. Okay. All right, and then under that, let's put like a flesh tone. Go with. I want something dim, like a very like dim tone. Oop. think I just need to take out, erase the, hang on a second. Let me do this slightly differently. Oh my god. Doing it on the wrong layers. There we go. And then just erase it from his collar. You're supposed to be the eraser button. Well. Okay. Let me take out his earring. And his eye. Actually, let's keep the eyes. All right. So, hold on. Let me also... select from opaque, place, select from opaque, remove. Why is it doing that? Like, select, deselect, and then paste? What is happening there? It's like the position. I knew it. I knew it. But why in the world is it doing that? I don't know why I had to do that in the first place, but whatever. It's... Alright, so some funky stuff I want to do with this one. I'm gonna hit it up with some gradients. So let's see if how this... There we go. think that's a really good middle point. Interesting. And I like this. I'm getting very okay. It did the same thing, didn't it? Why does it keep like copying and pasting to the wrong section? I don't understand. What? Oh, okay. What just happened? Oh, I haven't saved throughout this entire thing. Please do not crash. It. Uh-oh. We've got a problem. What in the world just happened? So I know they have an autosave. But golly jeez. I don't know how far back the autosave will be, if there is an autosave, because there is a chance that it just completely cut out everything, in which case, stream's over. I will be crying. Oh, that looks really far back. 8:34. What was that? It's only like 10 minutes ago. How is it already like completely a different thing? What? Just... I'm so confused right now. So first of all, let's just go and save it. I'm really upset now. Oh, freaking Christ. We were getting so close to like, not being done, but like at least close to seeing the finish line. I'm gonna call this, I don't know. I'm just gonna call it experiment. I'll put the date in there too. What is it? The 9th? 27th. So let's do 03, 07, 23. Okay, how far back am I? It looks like just before I started adding the base color to everything. Can't tell anything as far as that. I got the nostril and I know that was one of the last details. Yeah, whatever. I can't remember anything that it might have changed. So we're gonna this. At least I remember what color this was. Above that. Oh god. There we go. Serves me right for forgetting the old rule. Always say. I had to give him hair with somewhat. Had to give him a hairstyle with so many different little nooks and crannies. All these little bangs. Couldn't just give him something simple. Couldn't give him like a bob. Okay. I don't get it. Why does it post in the entirely wrong area? Edit, paste. Is there like paste options? Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, what is happening? Oh my god, dude. I am gonna just like break down in tears. I don't understand why it's just crashing. Oh my god, I don't want to work on this right now. Like, that is completely kills my mood. Like, keep working. Oh man, that is so freaking. Ah. I don't. I don't even have words for how like annoyed I am right now. Okay. Actually. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll stop saying okay. And there. Now that should be everything. Save. Okay. Man. Yep. All right. That's why I saved that time. So for some reason, whenever I'm pasting it into active layer, which I think is what's supposed to keep it in the exact same position that it was, you know, cut out from, that's for some reason causing it to crash. And it might be because I think I'm like 2 releases down. This is 5.13, and I think they're at 5.15 now. But still, it is very annoying. Okay. And I'm trying to think of like, how can I even... Okay, this is gonna be a very dumb way to do it, but let's just... To make the thing happy. Select. Opaque. Place. Select. Plate. Opaque. Track. So we're just gonna erase everything that's not in the duplicated area. Invert the selection. And on this one, select, invert again, do the exact opposite. Select, deselect. All right, now we have 2 separate ones. I don't know why in the world it wasn't doing it correctly, but it makes me very upset. And I had to go through 4 crashes and redid it like 5 times, but it finally got it correct. It's all right. Everything will be okay. I'm okay. Everybody's okay. Which one is it? That's the base one. We're gonna change that to overlay, or maybe color dodge. Linear dodge. I think that's the one I was looking for. No, okay, that's not a good one. Hard light, soft. Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm just trying to find like a good blending layer. I guess overlay is the only good option. Soft light also, no, wait. Soft light also works, but it's a little bit more dull. It kind of mixes it. Overlay, I think, just brightens up the tone that's already on there. And then this one can stay the bright white, because I do want it to stay that bright white. And then let's do the same for this. So we're gonna duplicate it, because I don't want it to crash again. So let's just reselect, because it should still have my thing. Okay. And on this one, select invert. Erase it on this. These. So now we can mess with everything separately. Okay. I'm gonna gradient map this one. Filter, map, gradient map. To the gradient set. Definitely not that one. That's neat. Go with that one. And we can just tweak it from there. So I'm gonna choose a very bright white. So yeah, this warm colors, that looks good. Maybe just a little brighter. Yeah, that right there. Just the tiniest bit of color. And here, guess this is gonna be like the bulk of the face. It's playing with the gradient right now. No, this one isn't working. Oh, I see what was going wrong there. I shrunk the selection after I already deleted it, so that's why it like didn't make any difference. Like deselect. Eek. Hmm. Hmm. That's really weird. Okay. Oh, I remember now. There's also another thing. Group raised. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ooh. All right. What time are we at? Almost 9:30. Okay. So the main two things I wanted to do were doing the sorry, I'm trying to look for my notes. Try to make an area where like the skin was almost like completely white to like really make a sharp contrast and make like a strong lighting. And I think I did that pretty well. Let me see. Maybe I could even go further. Let me just back to that gradient map. Come on, get out of the way. Thank you. So at least I can see what I'm doing. I think it actually kind of looks weird like that. So this is where it's like almost white, and then this is where it's like completely white. And I think we can just leave it at the almost white. I think that looks good enough. Like it's not too disorientingly bright, but you still get like really strong contrast. And then the other thing I wanted to do was to try to make the shadows use more of the contrast color. So the background I have like is pretty bright red. It's not like as bright as possible because that would be like blinding. But it is the exact opposite. Ooh. I was not thinking and just scratched my tattoo. That hurt. Let's not do that. I need to trim my nails too. Anyways, so yeah, I wanted to make sure that the shadows use the contrasting color, which is why I use this like dark green. I think maybe I should just add a little bit. Feels very bad now, and I feel really sad that I couldn't help myself and scratched without thinking. How can I forgive myself? So hold on, let me just add a little bit more. That's not the color that I chose. But that's fine. Let me try doing it over everything. And then maybe a bit of a whiter shade on the eyes. Jesus. Not a completely white shade, but like brighter. I think I'm gonna tone this down. Then I'm also gonna play with the hair in a minute, but this is separated from the eyes a little bit more. The skin, I mean, a little bit more. So it doesn't just look like, you know, they're not there at all. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's play with the, what's it called? The suit now. Is the suit? Yes. Okay. Group it. I'm gonna save. Okay, let's play with some coloring. So I think purple is a very good shade to go with for like this black color that I'm going for. I'm gonna keep playing with it, and I don't want to. All right. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. So I'm gonna get some of these darker areas, this purple shade. It is not dark enough. And then like a warmer color for the tips of the hair or the brighter areas. Hang on a second. I'm gonna try to grab the contrasting color again. So I think this is the color. Oh, I keep switching them around. I think this is the color that I have. So the opposite would be this. So let's try to add this a little bit more as an influence. That way you can feel like it matches a little bit more. Interesting. Okay, then I'm gonna try to get some saturated colors in there. And we'll see how this goes. What the? Is that an eraser? No, I don't know why I chose that color. What is happening here? Huh? It's acting like an eraser. That was weird. Oh, this is gonna work. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm figuring out how to use this already. So I need to put this like as the color in between the highlights and the shadowy, more shadowed areas. And this is on its own layer, so I'll be able to dial this down later. Okay, and then I'm gonna blur some of this, smudge it around. What the? Erase some of this that are done and soften it a bit. Okay, just a little bit of a boot to that color. Okay, and similarly, I also want to do a little bit of the red. As a bounce light. Here we go. Alright, is there anything else I should do? Maybe add a little bit more to the background just to give it like a little bit more texture. So it's not just, you know, red. And this part I think you can just like slap on a bunch of different textures in order to just, you know, make things a little more chaotic, a little bit more filled. So let's go with like I'm gonna go with a purplish color. And just like make it a multiply. I'm gonna save it too. We're definitely gonna dial it down too, so like the opacity is gonna be way lower, just to give it like a little bit more chaos to everything. Let's go with textures. I'm gonna erase it too, so it like bleeds back out. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? One of these is going. Maybe add a little gradient. Whoa. Why is it erasing everything? What is this? I don't even know what that layer is. Let me see. Let's see. Hmm. Different. Why is it doing that? Oh, hi. I'm just wrapping up this little exercise that I'm doing. It's mainly just me playing around with some techniques that I've seen around on the internet, just to get an idea of like if I can add them to my own process. Like the way that the lighting is kind of hitting. The main one with this one is that I wanted to see if I could get this like a really bright contrast between the light, especially on the skin. And then the second part was also having the shadows use the contrast color of the background. So here you have this like really bright red color for the background. So the shadows are mostly using this deeper green color rather than what I usually do, which is like a purple color for just like all paintings. And I think it adds like a really interesting effect. Like the harmony and contrast works together really well. I think I can show that with a saturation filter. Let me show you real quick. I was a little lost in my thoughts for a second. Yeah. Sorry to hear that your laptop's giving you trouble, but that's just fine. I think I'm nearly wrapped up with this, but I'm just gonna keep playing with it for a little while. This one's not gonna be like a super like good piece. This is just me playing around for a bit. It's fine if it's like not a clean piece anyways. I'm doing okay. I'm a little stressed out because I had some bad sleep. First of all, I think that's gonna be like part of it, but also the app that I'm using to do all the digital stuff kept crashing. I think it might be because like it has a few bugs and I need to update the software, but I've been too lazy to actually do it. So yeah, it like crashed 2 or 3 times and I had to redo like a few steps. So this ended up being way longer than I was hoping for. But otherwise, I'm doing pretty okay. You know, like that bothered me, but I'm not like super upset. Just playing around until I feel happy with this. Yeah, that does suck. I've been thinking about getting a new tablet, but as of yet, like this is actually this tablet's still just doing me fine. It's just I think there's a part of my brain that's always like, ooh, I gotta get the next upgrade. I gotta get the next thing. Yeah, it is a much better application when it has like pen pressure. Like I used to use GIMP for a while, and that drove me nuts. Like not having like really good pen pressure, or I don't even know if they have like pen pressure. Like they just have like stamps, and then you can just change the opacity as you like. Yeah, that was a nightmare. With GIMP, it's more like you're just using stamps on everything instead of, you know, brushes with pen settings and multiply abilities and all these other things. It's a good software for being free, but it's not like, you know, it's mainly just like the first step before you get into like a more serious application, like create a Photoshop if you want to pay for it. What's the other ones? Paint SAI, and there should be one. Clip Studio Paint, that's the other one. I've used Photoshop before. It is very good. It is very top of the line. But I think a lot of the main things that you use, you can get on Krita. Like a lot of the main features that you would need Photoshop for, like, you know, pens with actual like good settings. Yeah, I've never been able to play around with the Photoshop because when I used Photoshop, it was like in high school and I had zero digital art experience. Like I'd never got like good with digital art, good-ish with digital art. Let me not toot my own horn too hard. Until like, I don't know, like 3 years into it. Starting from like 2018, so 2021. Yeah, I think like the one that everybody uses is like version 6 or CS6, because that was the Photoshop before like they started using the paid service model. Yeah, if you can like afford it, like if you're like a higher up artist, I think it's worth it. It's just like I am not a higher up artist. I'm a very basic artist, more of a hobbyist than a professional artist. Yeah, I mean, especially because like, how can you keep like justifying that purchase? That becomes an issue, I think. How do you justify like continuing to pay for Photoshop at a certain point? There you go. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Just want to lower that opacity for that. I think I might be done. So yeah, I got the contrasting shadow color for this area over here. Out of context, or sorry, you know, looking at it afterwards, I think I went a little too harsh on the shadows. I don't know. I think it's a really hard balance to pull off. It might just be my look on it, because I think artists are usually able to see the flaws in their own art way more than the people who are, you know, the audience. So I think I am getting a little bit too negative on my own art. I think most people would look at this and think it's really nice, but me personally, I don't know. Like, I think there's maybe the shadows are a little too harsh for my taste. Or finding that balance where it's like some areas I think I went really light on the shadows, and then some areas I went very just messy and painterly on the shadows. And I think there's a bit of a clash there. But otherwise, I think it's actually really, it was a really good experiment, especially for something that I've managed to do in one sitting. Like, this isn't too bad. I got to play with one thing, which is the shadowing. I think going for the contrast of colors, I think, is really a good technique. Like, usually what I do for shadows is I grab the purple shade that I usually use, and just make that for all the shadows. So, I don't know, just an example. Like, this is the shade I would use for every shadow, which is good for skin especially, but I think in some areas you don't really need that color. And it is kind of hard to fight that it does work really well for skin shadows. But I think it's a little bit more interesting as far as a cohesive palette to make the shadow color the contrast color. So because the background I knew was going to be a red, I decided that very early on. The contrast color for that red is green. So having this like shade that really just like pops out the contrast. Well, let me see. Hold on, what does this look like? So you can see like this purple shadow is definitely not as strong as the green shadow. Just because that's not just how the contrasting colors naturally work. As far as like on a color wheel, you can see like the opposite color of the red is green. So I think that works together in a really interesting way. And then the other thing I wanted to try out was making these really bright contrast shadows, because I think I don't push the brightest spots of a face as far as I can. And I do think I still need a little bit more practice with that. But I think for the next one, we're going to just go ahead and move on to the next piece that I have in my head, because I'm already like pretty excited to get into that. Let me do a little signature, and then I think I'm gonna call it done. I don't know if I will post this one to my Instagram. I think this one was just like a fun little experiment. And I think I already have like other drawings that I want to work on in the future, so we can just call this like a fun little experiment just for me. Just for me and whoever step in, like May 7 Ari. Maytari? I don't know if that 7's supposed to be a T. However you would like to refer to you. I'm going to call you May for now. Thank you for popping in. Yeah, okay, so it is Maytari. Maytari? Sorry, I'm going to give myself a stroke trying to read somebody's name. But yeah, let me go ahead and just sign this. Even if I'm not like super happy with it. I mean, I don't like saying that I'm not happy with it, because it was, you know, it's supposed to be rough. It's supposed to be kind of an ugly picture. It's not me spending the hours that I would need for like a fully rendered image. For a piece that I did within 3-ish hours, I'm very happy with it. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me actually just make that smaller. There we go. Looks a lot cleaner. Small. Looks like I did it like a little kid at that size. Ooh. But making it like a little bit tinier feels a little bit cleaner. I could even go lighter. Hold on. Let's dim it down a bit so it's not too distracting. Like, I want my signature to be noticeable, but not like distracting from the whole piece. There we go. All right. So I think this actually does give a pretty good hint at what I'm going to be doing for my next one. So I did mention it earlier in the stream, but next Tuesday, so long as I don't have anything planned, let me double check. Okay. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be starting my a different piece. Going to be starting it from scratch. This one's going to be a much more serious piece. Hopefully along the lines of the last one, Spirit, which was like 4 to 5 weeks. It ended up being a little bit longer because I think I skipped like 2 weeks in between those. But it only ended up being like 5 sit-down sessions of work. So hopefully this next piece is going to be like that. It is going to be a Hitman. I'm going to have to decide exactly what angle we're going to be looking at it, but I want to be able to do a little bit of a city in the background. So, you know, maybe it's going to be one of those really wonky perspectives. But yeah, I want to have fun with the character design. You know, maybe some leather gloves. He's going to be yanking them up. Maybe he's got some blood on his face. We're going to see how it goes. Something really stylized, something really stark. I really want to do something like that. I think that's a very like strong image already in my head that I can work with. I'll have it sketched out. I'll have more plans later. So next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be starting that. This one, I just want to play a little bit with some more techniques. I think especially the contrast color for the shadows. I think that I'm going to be pulling into probably the next one. But yeah, thanks for being here. Make sure to check out my Instagram. My Instagram is where I usually post most of my up-to-date work. I posted something earlier today, so go and check that out. It's the same name as my Twitch streams, and you should see it on the banner down below. Also check out my YouTube channels. I have 2 of them. There's one which is a full stream archive, which just has the entire stream from beginning to the very end, the full 3 hours, 4 hours, however long it goes. And then the second channel is a time-lapse channel where that entire stream is sped up into 5-minute chunks. So if you don't feel like sitting down for each and every session for the full 4 hours, you can just catch up and watch the time-lapse. And then whenever a full piece is finished, I do supercuts, which just went up this Monday. And the supercut is all the time lapses from the very, very first few lines all the way to the very final touches, sped up to about 12 minutes to 15 minutes. I think this one's around 12 minutes, the one that just went up this Monday. So you see the very first like sketching lines of me getting the anatomy of the character, the pose of the character right. And then the very, very last, like finishing touches, adding noise, adding my signature, all that's within 12 minutes. I love editing the supercut together. So check out my YouTube channels. Both of those are linked down below. Yeah, and then check out my commission sheet down below if you want me to work on a commission for you. I'd love to work on commissions for characters. D&D characters, Shadowrun, Vampire the Masquerade is usually what I do. Yeah, I have like prices and everything down below. You can try using the guide, or we can just talk about it over email, and I'll be able to do it for you if you find it a little bit too confusing. I love working with like role-playing characters, and finding out the story of the character and try to really get that emotion, and trying to give you like a piece that makes that character feel really cool and represented, or goofy if that's the route you want to go to as well. But if you want to don't want to do a commission and you just want to make a one-time donation, I also have a PayPal linked down below as well. It gives me a little bit more incentive to spend time on Twitch and keep pushing out content. I'll do this no matter what. I don't need it. I don't do it for the money, not yet. Let me restate this because I'm making it sound completely wrong. I'll be drawing no matter what, even if I don't get paid. But it makes me feel like I'm spending my time wisely if I have a little bit more financial incentive to be here. And it goes towards more equipment, goes towards making the streams look a little better. And yeah, I just I really appreciate it. I don't know how else to explain it. The feeling whenever like you get money for art, like that really means a lot to people. Like it makes it feel a lot less like people are just being nice to you. It makes it feel like people are actually like willing to put their money into supporting you as a creator. It really is like it means a lot to people. It really means a lot to me at the very least. But yeah, thanks for being here. Next Tuesday I'll be here again, and we'll be starting a new piece. Have a good night. Bye bye.